Live. Hey, ladies. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. I thought I would hop on and say hello to all of you. It's hump day. I am getting all set up for the very first Queen Mind Mastermind meeting tomorrow. And it's so crazy when you've been thinking about something and praying about something and seeking guidance and then pausing, just trusting the timing because as a control freak or former control freak and really trusting and surrendering has been a process. So really trusting the process, but it's so crazy actually kicking it off tomorrow. Got a new mic, got the whole background. I wanted this just fresh feeling for this whole area. So how are you doing? What is on my heart, you've probably noticed if you follow me on Instagram or you receive my email letters, is that are you choosing where you are placing your energy? And yes, you can be mindful and intentional about where you put your energy. So, hey Jana, thank you. This was a gift from Kimmy Martinelli. I just realized it's and so cool. This necklace is my Queen Esther necklace from Lindsay. I just noticed that. How cool is that? Got the tribe hanging around my neck. I feel the energy. Maybe that's why I put it. So, where are you putting your energy? And I will ask you this question, and I put it in the newsletter to always come to center, get grounded, and ask yourself, is this the highest use of my energy right now? Is this the highest use of my energy right now? So if you're mindlessly scrolling, if you're what I call piddling in the South, if you're piddling around the house doing busy work, which I can be queen of, I can keep myself so distracted with busy work, it's not even funny. Even doing laundry, and I despise laundry. So in every moment, even having mindless conversations with people, this is the highest use of my energy right now to have this like low level conversation right now. Is this the highest use of my energy right now to try to go through all of these emails when actually I can batch and read them all at one time later when I can put all of my energy and focus? So more than ever right now, I'm talking about it a lot, is the intensity of the energy in the world. And we have had like solar flares and like legit things happening with the atmosphere. Not woo-woo, like legit happening with solar flares. So if you've not been sleeping great, I've been having very vivid dreams. I actually had a really beautiful dream last night. I woke up with a song in my head and I was like, yes, it's going to be a good day. So knowing that all of that external stuff that you cannot control, surrender. Don't put a lot of thought and energy, cognitive energy. If you're an overthinker, you know what I'm talking about. You wear yourself out thinking too much. Cognitive energy takes a lot of energy. So even if you're an overthinker, stop and ask yourself, do I really need to be mulling over this right now? Is this the highest use of my energy right now? Even though we were grown ass women, I say it on the So Thrive episode, and it cracks me up every time I see it, is that you could have this toxic kind of out of context text from a dear friend that you love, but you're like, wait a minute, what does she mean? Let me read that again. Or you might react instead of responding like a queen. And then you get into this whole, and then she reacts because you read her text out of context. You know what I'm saying? Even in your 40s, it can get very juvenile. So you think if that goes on in that tit for tat for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you have all done it. I am guilty. But right now, like, okay, maybe turn your, which I have on off all the time. I never have my ringer on because I'm with clients, or if I'm doing something creative, I cannot have my phone dinging all the time. And my friends know this. I'm not a phone talker either. So that just is what it is. I don't apologize for it. is this the highest use of my energy to have this text exchange right now? Right now, more than ever, ladies, just be conscious. Raise your awareness. You need your energy. You need your energy more than ever. You need your energy. You need to get filled up. So be mindful of just like flippantly having these energy leaks everywhere. You know, it was an energy leak for me when I literally felt this rush and shift once I committed and I said, okay, once they said the big event that I was going to be emceeing on the 18th, I was going to have a lot of things and tasks and meetings and things for that. Once they said, nope, that's postponed until April, immediately, like the next morning in my prayer time, it was like, God was like, okay, time for Queen Mind. And I was like, the imposter syndrome. And I'm like, nah, I had to do it. I had the time to commit to that this month now. So what shift happened? My desk, I had just dust and junk. I had to clean the space. It was an energy leak. Every time I'd come over, you go to your desk and you're like, it's low, but it's like, oh, there's crap everywhere, or it's dusty, or there's things piled up, or bills you haven't opened. Those are energy leaks. So take care of all of those things so that you can come from a place of overflow in every area of your life. That is also part of why I was led to do the True You Challenge. Like, let's look at all of these parts of our life, those 8 days leading up to September. Like, what areas am I atrophied and weak that I've been overlooking and neglecting? So your choices, so important. I think that was the Instagram I posted, I don't remember, maybe a week ago. Choose to say no. That's a big one. Somebody needs to hear just that. Choose to say no. Choose to put up that boundary with the people that are draining your energy, and don't apologize for it. How they respond and react, if they get their pennies in a wad, it's none of your business. If you set a boundary for yourself and it's with love and said with respect, however you set the boundary, how they receive it is none of your business. I know that sounds a little bit bold and harsh, but it really is. So choosing, what are your choices? Choices about binging Netflix, mindless scrolling, what you're eating or not eating, what you're drinking or not drinking. The list goes on and on and on. Your energy right now, you need to come from a place of overflow. Turn off the news. Okay? So going back to, I think I have it. It's not, I did have it. I think it's upstairs now. Me and I got sticky notes. I got my index cards. I got colored ones. I had it in here forever. What is the highest use of my energy in this moment? So, yes, yes, yes. Jana says she's guilty. Yes, not being in control of other people's reactions. It's huge. All right, ladies, I hope you're all having a beautiful midweek. Do daily check-ins with yourself. That's what it's all about. It's when you're just like mindlessly asleep, going through life, being affected by everybody else's energy and their choices, really. You become a slave to other people's choices. Woo! I had to remember that. You become a slave to other people's choices. Harnessing your energy, being very mindful of all of your choices every single day. We have thousands of them coming at us. So anyway, I love you, ladies. Remember, remember, remember. Drop your shoulders. Take a deep inhale. And every time you start feeling that heat, that anxiety, I've talked to a lot of women already this week, serve my clients. Anxiety is through the roof again, but it doesn't have to. I know it feels like it overtakes you and you don't have control over it, but that is why I always, always remind you to go to your breath. I reminded one of my clients yesterday, get your butt on the rebounder. You've got a rebounder in the living room. I think most of my clients have bought a rebounder now. Move the energy in your body. Those are choices. All right. Mwah. Have a beautiful evening.